Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we're doing another camp gear review video for you. Today this is the Core 11-person tent. All right, so as I was talking about here, you have these connection points right here. And these connection points are where you put the posts. You're gonna put your leg post and all your roof poles in here, right? What happens is that when you go to put this in, it requires a lot of tension. So if you're a person that maybe, doesn't have a lot of strength in your hands or has some issues like that, this is not a good setup for you because it requires a lot of pressure, a lot of tension just to get this set up. So that's one thing that this tent for me, I didn't really like too much about it. The second thing is, and this is part of a criticism for a lot of these tents, it has a little pin that has to go to the end of the leg here. And that requires so much tension that I literally had to take apart the leg here on this bottom part here. I have to separate this, put the pin in, and then put it in with pressure so I can get it in. Because the instructions, the way it tells you, it doesn't really work like that. It never really works that way. So that's one of the things about it. Another thing, this is a cabin tent with a screen room. These cabin tents, I've never had one before, but I'm telling you right now, it's not a very windy day. There's like a very minimal breeze. And this thing is blowing everywhere every 5 seconds. And I cannot imagine this thing in a high wind situation. This must not be good. But let's get to some of the things about it. You have some of your inlets here for your electricity. So you can run your extension cords and things in right through here. You have your air intake on the bottom here. Now notice I don't have this. This is supposed to be staked out, and the whole tent is supposed to be staked out this way. I didn't do it because we're in such a rush to get this thing set up before it blows away again. That's why it looks like this, but it's supposed to be staked out in every single direction. Now, what I like about it, it feels like it has a good amount of space in it, because it's a kind of squared and high roof. And then you have your whole roof up here, which is completely open, and we'll see that in just a moment. Now, this will be your screen porch area. And if you guys know me, you guys know I love these spaces because it gives you that flexibility. We can still be outside, but still being inside, away from the bugs and all that kind of stuff. And obviously it has this mosquito netting, which is going to help you with that. And it has some privacy where you can close in the entire thing, which is different from the Coleman Weathermaster. It didn't have this on the outside screen room. So you can still have the privacy in the screen room area while still being outside. Now let's walk around this way. You get a good perspective of what it looks like. So your front screen area is their front main entrance. This will be the main entrance right here. Once again, like I said, it's supposed to be all the way out. It's supposed to be zipped up, all that kind of stuff. But like I said, it keeps blowing away. We're trying to get through this quickly for you guys. If you walk around this way, we can see the tent all from its sides. And, for perspective, I'm not a very tall person, probably about 5'7". So it's a good height for you. If you're a very, very tall person, not going to be great, but, it's a tent at the end of the day. Now let's go into the inside and start looking at some of the features it has in here. This is supposed to be an 11-person tent. And as you guys know, anytime they say an 11-person, 6-person, 8-person, just pretty much cut it in half or less because usually not that many people. But let's get inside. I haven't even seen the inside yet, so we'll see it together. This is your screen room area. So here you have all your little curtains that you can bring down, and it'll give you all that nice breeze is gonna come in on the front doors as well. So that is real cool. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like that feature that you can completely close that in and you can have that full privacy there. So if you want to have everything screened in, just pull up all the zippers and you're all closed in. All right, so this is your area. It has the same flooring that the Campground has, the Weathermaster has on the inside, but not on the outside. This one actually has it on the outside screen room. So that's really nice because that means that anything you keep out here, you keep your shoes, your cooler, your chairs, everything and anything you have will stay dry because it is, off the ground and it's completely protected. So that's super nice, right? Now, if we go back into here, this is the main tent area. And it has the big door, you know, normal door with the screen. You can open, close it. All right, so you can close the door completely here. For example, you close that off. You can open this here. You still have, you know, the breeze and the pass-through to see into that screen room area. Or you can just completely close it off and have it all closed in like this. Right now, we're in the main cabin area of the tent. I didn't put on the rain fly, but it does come with the rain fly on it, okay? So it brings the rain fly, you can put it on top, and that'll keep the, you know, the weather off of you as far as, you know, the rain, things like that go. But, you know, just, it feels a little bit thicker to me, in my opinion, than the Weathermaster. The material feels like it'll probably be a little bit more resistant to the rain. I haven't tested in the rain, right? It's the first time I ever set this tent up, but just, that's the initial feeling I get off of it. You get a couple pockets here. You can put away some of your things. These are just some like little mesh ones. I guess you can put away, you know, maybe shampoo, soaps, or whatever little stuff you have, put away in there. This one's an actual pocket. You can put away some things into that. You have your air intakes on the bottom down here, which should let some of that breeze come in from the bottom. Just let some of that hot air and cold air run through there. You have these windows. So you have in total in this main area, you have 3 windows. You have one. This is your second one here, right over here. And then you got your third one right over here. So you got a total of three windows, not including the screen room. So as soon as I open that up, I can tell you I am feeling the breeze coming in because we're in the triple digits over here just every single day. It's super hot. That's why I'm in so much sweat. But as soon as I open up those windows, I do feel the breeze coming in. They're getting that cross breeze, so it feels amazing. And if you open up that screen porch area, you're also gonna get that cross breeze as it come through. So here, I can honestly say that it feels bigger than the Weathermaster, probably a little bit towards the back area of it. They say it's an 11 person. If you're using a screen room, maybe you can fit 2 people in there kind of tight. And back here, I would say you could probably fit a 4 tight people, right? You won't be able to get a lot of gear in here, but 4 here, maybe 2 in the front tops, and that's 6. So nowhere near your 11 people that they're referring to. Like I said, unless you want to be a bunch of burritos and, you know, laying down one next to the other, all wrapped up, then I would say it's a 6-person tent, just to give you perspective, because they do have a good amount of space in here to kind of move out and spread out. And if we put a couple twin beds or either sleeping bags, you'll be pretty good here sleeping and getting everyone in. Just not a whole lot of space for your camping gear or anything of that nature. But besides that, it's a pretty good setup. Now, one of the things that you guys can notice, I'm standing here and there is a good amount of space up above me. So it does not feel claustrophobic. If you're a tall person, like I said earlier, that's one of the big benefits of these cabin tents. They have a lot of space above you and you feel like it's a lot bigger space than what it really is. So that is very nice to have that feature. And that's kind of like how the Campahailing air tent of mine is. It has a, you know, tall roof. That's just the same feeling I get in this tent, and it's very nice. Now, as you guys can tell from the video, you can probably hear in the background, you know, these material on this floor here, it's very annoying when you walk around. It feels very crumbly, and you'll be hearing that a lot in the background, I'm sure, that, you know, it sounds like kind of like a plastic garbage can kind of thing rubbing together. So keep that in mind that you are going to have that. But the big benefit of that is, like I said, you're going to keep all your material in here and your gear and everything very dry. So it shouldn't seep through any water. That's going to be very beneficial for you, especially if you set up your camp in a lot of muddy areas, which a lot of times we go to some areas where the campgrounds be pretty muddy, not a whole lot of grass. So that helps out a lot with that. Now let's go back onto the outside. We open here our main door and we go into our screen area. Like I said, remember, this should not be like this. It should be completely open, but we had to set it up like this because it keeps blowing away. All right, so one of the benefits that I do like about this tent in comparison to the Weathermaster, which the Coleman Elite Weathermaster was the last one I did, the package is smaller. So even though it's a bigger tent, it does come in a smaller package. So it's a little bit easier to lug around, especially if you're in a smaller car, maybe a minivan, or just don't have a lot of space in whatever kind of rig you're with and you have a big family. So that is one of the big benefits of it. It has a little bit of a smaller package when it is all packed up. Besides that, my personal opinion, my wife's opinion behind the camera as well, the tent was a pain to set up. We did not enjoy setting it up. It blew away constantly. It was nothing but a headache. And especially when it's so hot, when you're doing these things in this extreme heat, it just becomes very, very uncomfortable and undesirable to do so. So my recommendation is, maybe if you got a lot of people with you that can help out, yes, it'll probably be an easy setup as far as getting that all taken care of. Technically, it's supposed to be 11-person tent, which I will say, like I said, 6. If you have those 6 people to help you, it'll probably be a breeze. If you're 2 people like us, not so much. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions about this tent or any other information I've given you so far in regards to this equipment, remember, please make sure to go ahead and comment. Let me know what the questions may be, and I'll try to give you as much information as I can. Otherwise, I hope you guys have enjoyed this camp gear review video. Stay tuned for the following videos. We'll do a couple different things coming up next. And make sure you guys always like, subscribe, turn on your post notification, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.